Hi guys, welcome to Dota Insight episode 53, right? 53?
Yeah, 53.
Alright, so episode 53, I should know that because I put like 15 posts up today on the Steam group and I messed the dates up the first time, so I had to do it again and things like that. So I should know that. So episode 53, 1 week after our 1 year anniversary. No Sky Thor again this week. I don't know if he's still at the zoo or he just wasn't able to make it on. He's actually had some stuff going on, so he's unable to make it. So with me this week we have Loud Metal. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Just hanging out.
Just hanging out, that's good. And then also joining us this week again is Weppas. You can talk. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good. Bit tired or a bit lazy maybe. Didn't go out, but
Kind of the same thing, pretty much.
yeah.
So you gotta do what you gotta do. If people are on the audio stream, go on. Actually, I don't know if the pre-show, so you have to go to the Twitch TV and then look at past broadcasts. I think it's the only way to see it, but Webb has showed us off his fantastic magnets. So if you want to see that, if you want a good lesson in magnets, then that's where you want to go. If you're on the audio-only version, then you're missing out. So you guys caught me off guard here, and I wasn't ready with everything. So how about we start off with Loud? What have you been doing this week, man?
Oh, what have I been doing this week?
Yeah, let's hear.
Dude, team matchmaking. So they give you the ability to be on multiple teams now, so that kind of solved the problem. But what happened was right after the patch, there was some kind of bug that just made everybody disconnect. So we went up against two teams back to back where we just load into the game. Somebody on their team would disconnect. We'd sit pause for like 5 minutes, and then just random people from their team would just DC and then come back, and then as soon as they loaded in, they'd disconnect again. So we got through that. We won 2 games just by default because they couldn't even connect to the game. Then we were able to play a third one out. But then when we got our rating, it was like 30. Like literally 30. So we and like to put that in perspective, like last team that we qualified for, we got ranked 4,000. And so I don't know if they changed the rating system or if it's bugged or something, but so we're down at 30, and I don't know how we're gonna crawl our way back up from that, but yeah. And then just playing a lot of team matchmaking because it's just so fun. You get on, grab people. I think we've just gotten it down to we have like 3 or 4 alternative teams, and they're just like the same thing. We put just 1, 2, 3, 4 after them, so we can just always team match make and have our points, because the points don't really mean anything, but it's just so much fun to grab points throughout games. And yeah, team matchmaking is just as fun as ever. And then also Coddle. Been playing tons and tons of Coddle, because if he isn't banned, you just pick him right away. And I was actually playing, I think it was a pub, and somebody else was playing Coddle, and they would just recall me whenever. So that's what I've been doing this week. Like, somebody will just be sitting halfway across the map, we'll have a team fight, I'll recall them in, and they're like, where am I? What am I doing? I'll just ping them. So just zap people across the map. That's what you do as Coddle. Fun times. You zap people across the map, charge up lasers, push waves, and try not to use your ability to knock everybody out of a black hole, because that's not a good thing. But yeah, that's pretty much been my week. Team matchmaking is literally the best thing that's been put into the game so far, and it was so much fun. Like if you have 5 people that are on consistently, just throw them in a team, do some team matchmaking, get some points, because it just makes it that much better. Even if it's just for one night, if you're going to be playing more than 3 games, I would just throw together a temporary team and go for it, because I don't know what it is about it, but the points just have so much gratification when you get them.
Well, also too, now that you can join multiple teams, that's kind of the thing that at least I personally was hoping for. Because now, like you said, just grab 5 people and play. But before it was like, shit, do I actually like these 5 people? I don't want to commit. I don't want to commit to them because let's not do it. And then we just do captain's mode. But now you can just, who cares? Just get 5 people. You can do a couple games.
Just throw them all in. And good to go.
There you go. So I finished all my shit now, so I will be no longer distracted.
Just tossing the mic all over the desk.
Tossing the mic. Well, because you
Yeah.
told me you're like it's too quiet. You need to put it in front of you. So my keyboard, and it's just too fucking complicated.
Just
Cyber
you got to
Matt's
get
fault.
one of these fancy knives.
If Matt would
or
actually pay us
stands.
from like he's supposed to, we could actually not do it in our living room. We could actually get a real spot.
Dude, he said they were in the mail. I'm still waiting.
You said.
I haven't
How,
gotten any
how long does it the mail
notification.
take to get from the UK over here?
I heard they got to send it by boats. So like
Oh,
a
do
few
they?
months probably.
Okay. It's a
It's
bummer.
like Ark and the Dove, isn't it? Like that still runs across the Atlantic, right? I don't.
You're asking
I
the
don't
wrong
know.
person.
I haven't kept up with the times since like the 17 and 1800s, so it is what it is.
So anything else for you, or was that about it for
I
the
mean,
week?
that's pretty much it. I've played a lot of Dota. I've been playing Darksiders because I picked that up in the THQ pack. So if nothing's happening, nobody's playing Dota, and I just need to sit down for like 20 minutes or an hour and just play a game, I'll load up Darksiders and just it's not like the best like I guess what type of genre is that? It's like an action button masher game, but like it's not the best type of game from that genre that I've ever played. But it's like a fun kind of casual sit down and play type game. So yeah, Dota and Darksiders has been my whole week pretty much.
Sounds adorable. Weppas, what have you been doing, man?
Well, like loads of TMM pretty much. Playing with the main team, I guess it is, where we have Drasko. But yesterday we had Waga came over, so he's moved up to the studio now, and they're gonna fix for their stuff with the team and stuff. But we played with him a few games. We went like 2-2, but we still got like 4,600 rating or something, which is kind of silly because we're so like Waga so high ranked, and like most of us are quite high ranked, so still got nice rating. But it's fun. I mean, team matchmaking is really enjoyable to play. I mean, of course,
Seems
you
like
get,
it opened up a full new game for a lot of people. It's
Yeah.
changed a lot.
it's a lot of fun to just be able to like not have everybody randoms 5 melee strength heroes, and then you push it to 40 minutes and you manage to win anyways, just because you hit 40-minute mark. It's a lot more fun, and you can still draft like weird strats and stuff. So we've done some not super fun stuff, but we've tried some shit out. So hopefully we'll do some more fun stuff. Play Warlock a lot more. James loves Warlock, so we gotta play that a bit.
Yeah, that was the time. Dude, Warlocks, I don't know why, but people still haven't realized that you need to run away from the goal, and they just stand there and take shots to the face, it seems like.
Yeah,
It's great.
Warlock's really strong, especially the golem. But like, if you can rush an axe on him, it's just really nice. But yeah, we'll probably do some stuff like that. We had one sick game like a few days ago where we were running like, what was we were running? I know we had a Syllabear safe lane. I was playing Syllabear safe lane, and then I think we ran like a Darkseer mid or something, and then an aggressive tri lane. And I was like super farmed. I think the game was like 24 minutes, and I had Tranquils on me, Basher on me, and then I had Face Boots, Maelstrom,
Oh, God.
AC,
Damn.
Basher on the bear at like 20 minutes something. I was like, it was fun. Like Drasko came from mid, like, oh no, the silencer are TPing in. It's like we gotta back out. And then I send my bear on the silencer and like hits him twice or something. It's like down to half HP. It's like, holy shit, you're killing him. Let's just kill him instead. And I killed him under tower and stuff. So yeah, that game was really fun. I love playing Syllabear safe lane. It's super strong. But yeah, pretty much TMM like the whole week. And then we've had some different shows as well. Been watching the shows we've had, the good show and Beat the Studio and the King of the Hill tournament we have. I don't know if you actually watched it, Finch, but have you watched the King of the Hill tournament we have? The hot
Yeah.
one?
I watched, I think I watched the first day. I missed the second one, but yeah, they've been really good stuff. I watch
Yeah.
all the StarCraft stuff. I don't know why, man. StarCraft's still my like favorite love, I guess. Dota's like that hot chick that takes your attention for a while, but StarCraft's still that. You know, she cooks you dinner and things like that. You got to come back to her every now and then.
But yeah, the King of the Hill has been nice to watch actually as well. And then we had some. I heard, I wasn't actually playing in it, but I heard that the beta studio we had afterwards was actually quite fun. People were enjoying that, playing HOTS against James and stuff.
Nice. I'll have to check that out. I missed that one as well.
No.
But anyone out there, you guys need to be watching that kind of stuff because any stuff that you guys put together is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot more beta studio and stuff coming up, so
Very cool. Do you know if anything anywhere down the line you guys have any idea to do a King of the Hill type thing, but with Dota?
I don't know if we'll have that format, but we might have tournaments in the future. I don't know. Nothing's really planned yet, but most likely, I guess. But we'll see what happens.
Okay, very cool. Hopefully you guys do sooner or later. Anything else? Any other good stories for the week?
Not really, actually. Like,
no Magnus this week?
No, I played Mag 1 game. We played Warlock Spectre, Mag, and like Shen Shadow Demon or something. But we lost that game. But yeah, no Mag stories. I played a Queen of Pain game and threw ultis here and there and stuff, but I've been picking more mid heroes that you can't miss ultis with. Like Night Stalker, Queen of Pain is okay if you miss the ulti because you can still right click hard, but like Darkseers and stuff. just to play it safe.
That's good. That's a good strategy. The wound's still fresh, might as well avoid it while you can.
Yeah, exactly. People are still like writing in pubs when I come in, like, no Weppas, don't pick Mag. Like on the enemy team and shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's awesome. Alright, so for me, I was told loud, I feel like this week we should just talk about Fire Emblem and Monster Hunter, because that's all I've played all week. It's been so fun. Fire Emblem is amazing, and Monster Hunter is like one of my favorite games. So the demo came out, and I've just played that 1,000 times. So to continue with non-Dota related stuff, last week someone pointed out that I didn't have any good beer talk. So this week I went out and found another good Scotch ale. The brewery's called like Spefter. I don't know what it is, but it's a Scotch ale again. So I'm digging the Scotch ales. They're quite delicious. So there's the beer talk for the week. Dota-wise, I actually messed around with Slark for some reason. I randomly in a game, and I was like, I don't play Slark. I'm just going to play Slark a bunch this week. So I played probably 4 or 5 games with him. And, I mean, he's fun. I don't know if I love him. He doesn't really have a place other than to play pubs, I think. But he's kind of enjoyable, especially if you get a lot of his agility stack up and people are just stupid and they let you wail on him for a while. He gets a lot of fun. Outside of him, I messed around with the new guide system a lot. I don't know if you guys played with that much, but I spent probably like 2 hours making guides and adjusting guides and searching at guides, and that was super cool. So if you have any interest in the guides, I think I did some of my favorite heroes, like Puck, Lena, Morana. I just made a few and I put them up there. I think if you look on my Steam profile, you can see the guides I created. But the guide system, we'll talk about that probably when we get to the patch. But that alone is probably the coolest thing we've got in probably about 6 months, at least for me. Because now a lot of times people who come into Dota, they can play here, they don't really know, but they can still load up a good guide and actually figure out how to play. So hopefully that helps kind of broaden the audience a bit. And the less of seeing, Bounty Hunter rush Battle Fury every game, it's like, yeah, you don't really need to get that Battle Fury every game. So now hopefully there'll be some good guides that don't have Battle Fury, Bounty Hunters. But as far as other stuff, I don't really have any good StarCraft talk, so it looks like we're going to get another 1-star review from the StarCraft guy. I just played harder this one. Oh, I guess I made a Dota Insight group on the new patch. So if you listen to Dota Insight and you play StarCraft as well, you can join the Dota Insight StarCraft group. And hopefully once Heart of the Swarm comes up, we can play some games over there. But now, so 1-star review guy found out StarCraft talk. Adjust it to at least a 4. That's a little bit of StarCraft talk. But other than that, I guess we'll just power through some news. There's not too much news. We'll start with kind of breaking news. And Weppas, we'll get your opinion on this. ZSMJ is joining VC Gaming. Do you see this? It just kind of broke randomly. I heard you talking about it. Do you have any inside info?
Yeah, I just saw it. The same one from the Dota 2 Reddit on Rice Twitter. I don't know if it's true or anything, but I guess we'll have to see because like all the other rumors were pretty much he was creating a team with other players. So
Hmm.
I don't know what's up with that, but I guess we'll see in the future. But still, it's kind of like you have these legends that come and play in games, and it was like the other VG team, where it was like the Yafet's new team, but it's still like Dota 1, and it's
Hmm.
not really gonna matter until they're actually playing tournaments, and then you're gonna see like what's gonna happen. Because right now it's just like, well, he's joining a team, but we still haven't seen him play in any tournament yet. So like, is he gonna be good or like whatever? We don't really know, but I mean, it's always interesting to see when like the legends come back and stuff, but it's still you gotta see him play as well. It can't just be like a name on a roster. You actually gotta watch them play the game.
Right. We don't know if he's been playing full time or just kind of off and on and things like that. But I think as far as VC goes, or VG, however, it's kind of interesting that that's the team, because considering they were kind of a like pub stomp, quote unquote, is what people were throwing around, type of team of really good tier players. Maybe that's a place where he can kind of get his own team. I know they have different teams, so maybe they can add a third one or something. That's kind of weird, but I mean, if more like old legends are coming back to Dota, that's good. That means Dota 2 has a bright future, which obviously it does. Loud, do you have any good opinions on this?
It is what it is.
All right, thanks for that insightful comment.
Oh yeah. Really quickly,
Yeah.
somebody had asked about this is kind of off topic, the PS4 event in New York, if we had any thoughts. And I know Finch, you were... Go ahead,
I watched that recap video. Have you seen that one where he dubs over everything?
Oh no, I haven't
No.
seen that.
Oh,
good?
it's hilarious. He goes like for every person that comes in, he's like dubbing it over. So it's like for Blizzard, it's like, oh my god, Blizzard. Oh, never mind, it's Diablo 3. And stuff like that. It's like, it's just so good. I gotta get that video. Maybe someone in chat can link it if they know it, but otherwise I gotta try and find that video and give it to you so you can watch it, because that's actually a lot of fun. It pretty much like sums up the whole thing in a really funny way. So, but I'm not too much of a console player, so I don't really care too much. I mean, it would be fun to play some games, but I don't
You don't want
think
to relive
I'll
Diablo
buy.
3?
No, not after like playing it for a week straight here when we had the marathon.
Yeah.
I'm done with Diablo 3.
I guess I kind of like Weppas said, I don't really play consoles as much as I used to. I still do, but I'm always PC focused. So if it has good games, I'll buy it. That's kind of what it comes down to. I love my PS3. I never bought an Xbox, so every console game I played has been on the PS3. I was the sucker that bought a Wii U, so there's a good chance I'll be the sucker and buy a PS4 as well the first day. But the Wii U purchase is justified because the Monster Hunter demo is out, so that's all I need to keep me going there. But as far as like announcements go for the PS4, I don't know. It was cool. The one weird thing was when they talked about sharing and streaming on the little infographic, they put Ustream. Like, fuck, they not put Twitch, and why would they? Like, why would Twitch not make an effort to go after them? So then that kind of is Ustream trying to come after the gaming type market, or is Sony that stupid that they're gonna put PS4 content streaming on Ustream but not on Twitch where everybody else is? And that was kind of the weird thing. But I think what they talked about was what they needed to talk about for the thing. And then same thing with Blizzard. I was working, so I was trying to watch it on my phone, like on my lap as I could, and I saw Blizzard, and I got all excited, and then I saw the Diablo 3 trailer, and it was like, nah, I don't want that. I'm kind of over that game. But as far as like the new Killzone, the new Infamous, the Witness, like Jonathan Blow, like I could listen to him read the phone book. I just like anything he talks about is just good. Like I just think he's a smart, intelligent dude. Killzone's like a guilty pleasure of mine. I don't like shooters, but Killzone for some reason always catches me. So I don't know. I guess there's really nothing too exciting about it because we're supposed to talk about Dota. But yeah.
Oh, by the way, there's one thing. Did you know that with the Blizzard thing, it's actually not like that big of a surprise for people that actually looked it up. But was it like 2 or 3 months ago? They had on their job application page like console developers for Diablo 3. So it's like, oh, what's gonna happen? But it was still like people were actually hoping for a proper Blizzard game for console. But yeah.
Like StarCraft Ghost or something.
That's what I was hoping for. I was
Yeah.
hoping for we'd see Ghost reappear.
Because I was in
Titan, man, Titan.
Because I was in a chat room with a bunch of people and we're all watching.
Oh, yeah,
and it
what were
was
you
like,
guys-
StarCraft
what were you guys doing?
Ghost, Titan, oh my god, Blizzard. I mean, it was mostly just like people spamming shit, but like everybody got really excited when they saw Blizzard come up, and then you just see those 3 bars and you're like, no, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. But I am glad, like, they took like a whole like hour and a half in the first part, and they're just like social features, and we're going to implement all this stuff, and we're going to make it a Netflix box and give it all these apps and stuff. But I'm glad they finally brought it back to the games at the end, because that would have been really disappointing, like have all this cool stuff they're going to do with the console, but then not show any launch titles except for that knack game that they showed in the very beginning. But overall, I think it was a decent conference. I think that it's kind of disappointing that the hardware leap didn't jump forward enough. Like, if you look at it was the Unreal Engine demo that they showed. Like, somebody did like a comparison with like PC snapshots from that same demo against the PS4 ones. There's just no comparison between the two. So I would have liked to see a larger hardware jump, but you can't get everything.
That comes into affordability, and it's dedicated hardware, so it makes it easier for developers. They can just focus on that set of hardware. Like, the games are going to look good. You can't really compare it to PCs, because even the last time when PS3 came out, PCs were still stronger then, and the games it just happens. It happens every time.
Yeah. It's just frustrating personally for me, because I feel like consoles kind of hold things back, especially when you have a lot of games that are developed with PC as a second thought, and then they have to port them over and such. But that's a whole nother long conversation.
I linked the video about it's hilarious.
I threw it up there. It's good. I don't know if loud you can. It'd probably break the overlay, but yeah, you should watch it. It's pretty damn funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna copy it and throw it in the show notes, so if anybody wants to watch it.
Perfect. To watch that. So yeah, that's enough PlayStation 4 talk. We don't need to talk about that. Let's talk about Monster Hunter. That's what we really need to talk about. Or Fire Emblem. I'm telling you, you gotta buy a 3DS just for Fire Emblem. It's so good. Okay, so PS4 done. Other bit of news, I guess we'll keep on with the drama and team stuff. The whole Eternal Envy saga. So that was it Wednesday or Thursday? It came out that
Was
he
it
was
2 days ago or something? So yeah,
2 days ago.
Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. Okay, so Thursday, but then they won the EMS raid cut, the raid call cut number 2, whatever. That was like Tuesday. They won. They beat Empire. So it looks like they were actually playing pretty good Dota. And on Thursday, it comes out that Eternal Envy was booted or shown the door from No Tidehunter, which I was kind of under pressure that was his team. If you want the whole drama and the whole saga, you should go and check out. There's a whole bunch of posts. I think Loda made a little post. Aki made a little post, like little press release type things. And then Eternal Envy put a massive Team Liquid post up there. I think yesterday, or the day before. I think it was probably yesterday. So Friday, he put a big post explaining the whole process on how ever since kind of the DreamHack win, they've kind of slowly gone downhill. They've had some problems. He turned the drafting over to S4, things like that. So it is what it is. I know Reddit just got their pitchforks out, and everyone wants to just burn Loda to the ground, and they want to go hunt him down, it seems like. But rather than focusing on that part of it, which really isn't that interesting, what do you guys think about kind of the professional scene in a way to where, as a player, you can get the rug pulled out from under you like that? I mean, I know Eternal Envy, everyone loved him because he made that Team Liquid post about how he quit school to play Dota, and he's just, he's an inspiration to everybody, and then all of a sudden now he gets kind of the rug pulled out under him, and now, Loda and Aki and all them are going to go take No Tidehunter further. So just like the instability and the amount he sacrificed to get in that situation, and now he'll find a new team because he's a popular personality, he's a really good player, he's a smart guy, but still it kind of sucks after all that time and effort he put into No Tidehunter, and now he's back to square one. I mean, what do you guys think? Weppas, what's your opinion on this?
Well, I still feel it's kind of silly, like how people are like bring out the pitchforks for Loda and stuff because
There was
like
a ton of hate for him. I was surprised how
yeah,
much.
but the thing is like the okay, so this is how it is with No Tidehunter, where it's like Loda and Neke created a new team when Loda came back from Singapore, and they invited S4 and Bulldog, and then S4 suggested Eternal Envy as well as a support for their fifth player because he played with him before in the No Tidehunter lineup before that, and then they said, well, we'll go with the No Tidehunter name. So it wasn't even Envy's team per se. It was actually like Loda's team that he created and invited Envy to. But people are like, oh, Envy created a team and blah blah blah. So that's kind of like misleading info, and as well as the way that Loda kicked him. Envy did that to like Black and Quicks before in the old No Tidehunter lineup or something, where it was like kind of like behind the back, they just got kicked. So it's kind of silly because people don't actually know like the whole story behind it, but still, yeah, kind of understandable that people go go mental about it. Like if they see their favorite player getting dropped from a team like that, I mean, of course it's gonna hurt them. And then people were saying like, oh, with the sponsor and stuff, but like the sponsor lies with Loda, so it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Pretty much. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see though what happens. If Fami's gonna get a new team soon, or what's gonna happen, and who's gonna be joining No Tidehunter as the last player will be interesting. Since they're looking for a full Swedish lineup most likely, since they said language problems, but I'm guessing there's more to it than just that. But I know Loda likes to play where he can talk Swedish all the time because he doesn't actually enjoy speaking English. He just wants to speak Swedish all the time. So
That's totally fair, though. Like I wouldn't.
Yeah.
blame that. I wouldn't want to speak Spanish. So.
No. Or Russian.
Or Russian. Except I know a whole lot of Russian now. I've been playing Dota for a year and a half.
You don't know. That's all you need to know. No, but so it'll be interesting to see though what happens with the team. But in my honest opinion, I'd say Envy was probably the weakest link on that team. During DreamHack, most people would have said Loda, and he wasn't actually that good during DreamHack, but he improved. He's improved quite a lot now. He got more to improve, of course, but he's become a lot more of a solid player than he was before. So they got a strong team. They just gotta find a last good player that they enjoy playing with as well. So.
What about the idea of, I know Western teams love to fill 5 and then give it a month, and then if they don't win the international, they boot one person and they seem to find another person. It seems like a lot of the Chinese teams, they pick 5 and they stick with 5 for a long period of time.
Yeah.
It seems kind of premature to have success and then have a month of kind of shit play and problems, and then like, well, it's probably his fault, so let's get rid of him, and then we'll change things up and we'll be better. And it's like why don't you guys power through it? Is it just because they don't have enough money coming in, or am I just naive?
Well, what I think it is that it's kind of like Pycat said during. I don't know if you actually listened to that interview, but we had him on the Good Show last Tuesday, and it's kind of like Pycat said, where in China it's like you have 5 players that have the same goal and they play for the team only. There's like no personal gain. Of course you want to become famous, but it's still like you play for the team and that's what's up, and like then you stick together and you play together because you want to improve the team, and if someone's getting into a slum or whatever, then you try and help them improve because you have a good team synergy and stuff. And it's still kind of like in the Western scene where it's kind of superstar teams where you have 5 really strong players, but they might not be the best teammates because their synergy isn't perfect. So if they feel that after a month, like they go up on a high and then they start losing because people start figure them out, and if they don't take the time to actually like relax and then start looking at what needs to be done, they just kick the player that they think is the weakest link and just try and find someone else that they think will fit the roster instead. So it feels like that kind of still in the Western scene where it's, yeah, you just go with a player you think is going to fill it up a lot better. And it's also like from other stuff we've heard from China where it's the way they live and the way they train you can't just like jump from team to team all the time. In Europe, it's still a lot online, but in China, it's like all LAN events only. So you can't just jump from team to team because you're just gonna get booted like forever. But in the European scene or the Western scene, it's just online tournaments. So it doesn't matter if you're standing for a team and then you join them the next day and then you go for something else because the money isn't really there for those teams. So it's not that they have proper contracts and stuff like that yet. But I hope we'll see it in the future though, so we can see some more stable rosters.
I think stable roster is kind of the key to progressing at least the West, or actually the North American scene in particular forward. I think stability goes a lot further than skill does. So, Loud, do you speak Swedish? Do you want to join their team?
Sadly, no. I do not speak Swedish.
You don't?
And I mean, I've heard that Rosetta Stone can work some miracles, but I don't think I can take it that far.
Okay. Well, I was going to apply. It's my great-great-grandfather, I think, was Swedish. But it turns out my Rosetta Stone trial ended. So no
that's
Swedish.
really unfortunate.
Yeah. And I only will play Puck, and it turns out they don't want me to play Puck every game. So we'll see more of that. I guess the only moral of the story for this that I'd like to say is don't fucking burn someone's house down before you know the story. Reddit.
Yeah.
Like that's what Reddit does. I love Reddit to go there, watch the witch hunts. Like I love to sit back. Like, yo, baby, go hunt them down. Let's get some addresses. Let's go harass some people. Like, sign me up for the mob, baby. But
I was laughing so hard with the whole thread on Joe and Dota. It's just so hilarious. Where it's like, where people would go and like they think that it's gonna be a perfect fit if they go there and there instead, and if they pick up this guy, it's gonna be so good. And then it's like, oh, they pick up that guy, and like 1 month later they disband. It's like, I don't know. It's just they're so short term. Like the community. Like the community is great, and it's a lot of fun to read some drama sometimes, and there's a lot of good stuff in the community as well. But it's like fucking goldfish memory on like everybody.
Yep.
It's like, oh my god, if he joins, then it's gonna be great. And then it's like a month later they kick him, and it's like, well, if he joins instead, that's gonna be even better. And it's like, I don't think you remember what happened last time. Pretty much.
It's so good. So I guess a lot of people hate Loaded now, but you know what? I got it for the whole.
I don't think
story.
it's. I mean, of course, it's kind of like, it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. It's not the greatest way he did it, where it's like you talk to the other team, but how good does it feel if you sit down with the player and it's like, well, we're gonna discuss that in a week. We're gonna kick you from the team or not. Like you sit down with 4 people against 1 and like, so we want to kick you, but I guess we'll discuss this for a week first.
Yeah.
It just feels weird, but of course you want to sit down and like, that's kind of the thing with the Western scene though. It's like you just kick him if it doesn't matter, if it doesn't fit, instead of actually trying to work it out, because people play for themselves instead of the team most of the times. But there's a lot of players that plays for the teams as well, of course. But still, it's just like you kind of just go behind the back. And it's like I read some really funny stuff in the Join Dota thread where it was like PGG invented getting kicked from his own team or something, and then someone was like, no, Twista invented getting kicked from his own team.
That's right.
I was like, holy shit, this drama thread is just getting better and better. And then like by the end of it, you see like more and more banned people from the because of the harsh things they say and stuff. It's just so good.
Now, what if all those guys built their own team because they all know what it's like to be kicked from your own team? Then they're not going to want to kick someone else. They're all going to be in the same boat.
Yeah. PGG and Twista. Holy shit.
Best team right here.
We got the TI3 winners.
TI3 winners.
I don't know. I can't help but feel bad for Eternal Envy though.
Yeah, definitely have to feel bad for him because he does. I mean, but like Weppas said, what are you gonna do? Get into a Skype call and have 4 guys like in the panel like, we're here to talk to you.
Weird.
You're the weakest link. Do you have anything to say for yourself? Like, I think I'm gonna improve. Nope. We decided you're gone. Like, just rip the Band-Aid off. Like Lotus sounded like he stepped up to do it and did it. And so
he has to take the blame for it. I mean, it's not like no, you can't really be too mad at any of them. Like, of course,
Mhm.
it's like it's kind of sad to see Envy go because how much time he put in him, like you said and stuff. But on the other hand, like Hoda pretty much took a bullet for the team where they kicked him, where he's the one that stepped up and said like, even though the reasons might not be like 100% true with like the language barriers and stuff, it's still like he's the one that took the blame for it, and people are still they don't really see the whole picture. So it's kind of unfair to like all the players in that team pretty much, where it's
Mhm.
like most fans will feel like, oh, they're just like backstabbers and whatever, but there's probably a lot more to it that people don't really realize. So I don't know. It's just weird with roster changes. It's so much drama. Whatever happens, it's always gonna be drama created. Like doesn't matter if it's who leaves the team or if that player has been like everybody's like, oh, he's been so bad and blah blah blah. It's like even if he would get kicked or replaced by someone else, it's always gonna be like, oh, why did he get replaced? And so I don't know. It's tough, like figuring it out without drama. But I mean, if you want to be on top, I guess you gotta go with what you feel is the right decision.
Mhm.
Yeah, and if all four are on the same page, then you kind of have to do it. If it's just
Yeah.
one dude, then yeah, talk it out. But if it's all four people that agree, like, yeah, this is probably a good idea, might
Yeah.
as well do it. Then continue with the drama, more drama. Come With Me announced he made a Facebook post that he was being booted, or I guess not even booted because the QPAD Red Pandas they had 6 guys, and that he was kind of being the man out on that. It seems like it was a pretty, like, I don't know, better than the whole Eternal Envy thing. Reddit hasn't blown up yet. It's pretty standard.
Yeah.
I guess Webster, you're the closest to this. Do you have any input?
Well, nothing really has been official yet, except for what Come With Me said on his Facebook, where it's like, yeah, didn't feel that the goals were the same and decision making and stuff that people could see in the scrims, where it's like sometimes he took decisions that pretty much like killed the whole team or whatever, and they didn't feel that it fit too well. And yeah, it's just the whole thing with people have been like, oh, it's so bad with trials. But I mean, if you have that commitment that they have, or like that chance, you don't want just want to go with the 5 first players you get in mind. Like you want to get a team that you feel comfortable with. Like even if the player isn't the best of the best right now, like if you feel the potential is there, and if you enjoy playing with that player and he has the dedication, you want to go with him instead of going with someone else who's like a lot higher skilled, but like does weird calls and like is a kind of up and down. He's not that stable. Like not just like talking about Come With Me now, but like overall, if you want to create a team like this, it's you want to go with a team that you feel will be able to play together for like over a year. So
Yeah.
it's I don't know. I don't have too much to say about the Come With Me situation. From what he said, it's pretty much like they didn't feel that it worked out too well with some calls and whatever. I don't know too much. Nothing official. So I guess we'll see if an official post come up. I guess sometime soon. But yeah, it's hard to discuss these things because I mean, yeah, like I said, if you want to be on top, you gotta play with the players you feel most comfortable with, and you feel will be able to take you all the way.
Yeah, I think I like the style they did though. It'd be cool if other teams would do this. Grab 7 or 8 people, say we're a team, give it a month or two, and then if you find someone doesn't fit or doesn't like being a part of it, they kind of trim the fat from there.
Yeah.
Rather than all these other teams, they get 5, they play for a month, boot one, grab a new one, play for a month, boot another one, grab another one. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like narrowing it down over time will make it a lot better.
Yeah, and just getting a stable roster, like even if you have, since they're trial members, they're actually not on the roster, so it doesn't create
Right.
that big of a drama if a trial gets dropped, because it's just like, well, he was a trial anyways. And then when you got the final roster, you got a roster you know you want to play with, and then you're going to stick with that, and you're not going to see any roster changes. So, yeah. We'll see what happens, though. like I've been talking to them, and they don't really have any stress at all to getting it fixed. So, I mean, of course they want to, get finalize their roster, but it's not that they're gonna
Right.
try and stress it together for next week or something. They're just gonna like play games, see what players they want to play with, and what trials they want to use. So they'll probably figure everything out in time, but they'll take their time to make sure that they're happy with the decision they've made.
I think the biggest surprise for their team for me was Mini. I never really saw him play before, and he's a freaking phenomenal support player. I was
Yeah.
watching his stream a couple times whenever he throws it up, and I was surprised. I never really heard of him before, and I was surprised how good he was. So I hope he makes the team. Lau, do you have any knowledge?
I
Any knowledge at all? Do you have any brains?
I will say though, like
Because you're actually
terms-
been part of teams, and so you can
Yeah,
have some personal experience on this.
in terms of the like having a large roster and then kind of narrowing it down from there, like one of the other really big advantages to that is, or at least where I've been, is if you have that like solid 5 roster and you're like, okay, I'm gonna play with these people all the time, if one person isn't on, like that kind of completely screws your scrimming plans for the night and practice plans and all that kind of stuff. Like you got to constantly pop stand-ins in and out of your team, and like if you're really trying to like grind out a strat or find something that's going to work specific that you want to do, it really kind of messes with that. So like what we've been doing now is we have like a group of like 5, 7, 8, 9 people, and then whoever's on, we'll bring them in, and we consistently have a group of 5 people to play with, and then we can just narrow it down from there once everybody's schedules settle down and things just get good to go, and we find a solid 5 to work with. So I think it's definitely a much better approach to have the larger roster and then kind of narrow it down from there. And then like Weppas said, when you have these large teams and you start cutting people, then if you have the trial members, it definitely cuts down on some of the drama.
The drama's the best part, though.
No,
I
drama's
wanna cut
always
down the
nice.
drama. I mean, I wake up in the morning hoping there was a witch hunt during the night when I was sleeping. It's the best part. Then I guess another question for you, Loud, is you guys had to cut a member one time. Did you guys
Oh yeah.
do the 4 versus 1 approach and sit him down and explain why he was the weakest link, or did you just have someone bite the bullet and say, "Sorry, bro, don't let the door hit you on the way out"?
We've actually done both approaches.
Really? So you guys
We have done both approaches, and I
All
will
right.
say the sit down in a meeting room, just call everybody into a Skype call and just kind of lay down everything. That is definitely not the way to go. Like, just have this is for anybody, regardless of what team situation you may be in. Just have the captain or have somebody who's a close friend of the guy. Just sit down with them, do it private. The whole team doesn't need to be involved in it because it usually does not turn out well based on my personal experiences. So definitely just have somebody bite the bullet and go for it, because otherwise you're going to be sitting in a Skype call with awkward silence for about an hour, and it's no fun at all.
All right, that's good advice.
So,
Then I get the other 2 bits of news real quick to round them out, so I go get more beer. The Big Point Battle is a little tournament Join Dota's putting on. There's qualifiers for it, the 21st and 22nd. If since today is the 23rd, so you missed it. If you're listening to this, sorry, that was your chance. The 23rd and 24th, so today and tomorrow, there will be the quarterfinals and the finals. There's 8 teams invited. If you want to see more info on this, you can go over to joindota.com. And then also, I briefly spoke about it earlier, the EMS Raid Call Cup. I think it was the second one. It was kind of part of the qualifier for their big LAN tournament. No Tidehunter won that over Empire. So that was on like Tuesday. They won that. And then on Thursday, they had the Eternal Envy drama. So it's kind of unfortunate timing. It sounds like they kind of decided Eternal Envy was going to be gone before they played that tournament. But they played good. Good win over Empire. Empire's been playing really, really well. That kind of rounds out the bit of news tonight. If you want to read more up on this stuff, you can go to teamliquid.net, ghostlygamers.com, or no, ghostlygamers.net as well, joindo.com. All the sites will have good info for you. Loud, you want to take over for the patch so I can...
Oh, yeah, sure. So this week we had the item build system, the guide system added in that Finch mentioned. So now when you load into a game, I think it also gives you a notification. I haven't had it, but I've had some other people say that it's popped up. But it pops up in the top left-hand corner. I think it's a little book icon, and then you can choose guides, and it'll give you recommended items, recommended skill builds. So if you're playing a hero for the first time, or you're just really new to the game, then it's an invaluable resource. And I think it's going to synergize well with the tutorial system too, which it looks like they've put a lot of work into that over the last couple of weeks, and they're getting all kinds of assets in for it. And I think the tutorial system in combination with this new guide system is definitely going to make the game a lot more beginner friendly, because I mean Dota 2 is extremely intimidating if you've never played a game like this before and you're just jumping in for the first time. So I think tutorials should be within the next couple of weeks, and then hopefully I can start sending out some more beta invites to some friends that were a bit apprehensive of the game before. And then also what we talked about, where you can now be on more than one team, which is also really nice for team matchmaking purposes. There were some gameplay fixes. I'm seeing if any of them. Last word won't be dispelled now by Purge or Cyclone, and last word also will not interrupt channeling spells, and also Medusa was added to Captain's mode in the tournament version. So if you're playing team matchmaking and you see Medusa picks, which I think one team picked Medusa against us, but we had some crazy push hard, take map control strategy, and it didn't work out well for the other team. So
we actually used Medusa yesterday with Waga.
Oh, how did that
Waga
go?
playing Medusa. Oh, we won in the end. We had like a Night Stalker mid, and I managed to get like 5 kills the first night, and then I didn't get a BKB, and Bane was ulting me every night, and I was just so fucking pissed off. But then Waga got enough farm to pretty much like solo their whole team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got like a rampage when it was like 2 versus 5 or something. He was just sitting there hitting with split shot. Everybody was just dying around him. So Medusa's like stupidly strong if you can farm her, but right now the way people play, you never have the time to farm her up.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, you get to like 40-50 minute mark, holy shit, she just runs
you
in,
can't stop
pew, her. Done. But yeah, I think if the macro style ever comes back in, like, so much Medusa play, but it's not going to survive with the crazy aggressive strategies and invading lanes early on with ganks and stuff. But she's definitely fun to play with. And then it's also pretty satisfying too when you've got a Chaos Knight on the other team or a Darkseer and you just pop your ulti and illusions just all around you.
I'm thinking if you could maybe figure out a way to build her, like kind of like you can build Spectre with like Diff Blade and stuff. If you can find something like that from Medusa and make her like semi kind of viable against some heroes in mid game, but I don't know. It's
you can do something like a Luna, you go for Rams, you go for but it's not. I think Shadow Blade is the item then, but it's not really so super good. It's not like Diff Blade.
Yeah. Like I said, pretty much like you can build her like a Luna.
Okay.
But it's not as strong. I mean, you can just go with the Luna instead, because the Luna is even stronger for team fights. But yeah, we'll see though what happens, because maybe against the Phantom Lancer or whatever for mid game fighting could be good, because the ulti is like stupidly strong before he gets his heart. So I don't know.
Since we're kind of on the brainstorm mode right now, this past week, Spectre Warlock was picked one game, and then like Bloodseeker, like Dignitas picked Bloodseeker.
I was no Titan to pick Bloodseeker against.
Was it no Titan?
What was it, like Mag Safelane or something? Something stupid
so
like that. He just wrecked him pretty much.
So my question was, are we seeing these picks, these weird picks, because people are just getting bored of playing the same shit all over and over, and since they're online tournaments, they're not as important and as big of a prize pool, or is it more of they actually do have a viable place kind of in the current trend of things?
I don't think Bloodseeker would really have a viable place. Maybe something like they did, what was it, like No Tyrant did the 5-4 staff build, where they have 5-4 staffs and like put Rupture on Syndra, and as soon as his rage went down, they just 4-staffed him like halfway across the map, and he just died. And it was actually hilarious to watch. They put Rupture up on like right above the tier 1 tower in mid for the dire side, and then they like 4-staffed him almost up to his own base, and he just died from the Rupture by then. But I highly doubt Bloodseeker, but Spectra we might be able to see, because like early game, if you get the not the passive that deals damage, what's the other one called now again?
Dissipate is one, and then
not the one that reflects damage, but the other
one
one
that does more damage when no one's around her.
Yeah, exactly. That one is like super strong for ganks, like really, really strong for ganks. And if you build her like with the diffusal blade and stuff like that, she becomes really, really strong. And then together with the Warlock combo as well, you got some really good late game damage. Warlock, I think, will be used a lot more. People just have to figure out, like, do you actually want to sacrifice mid? Like, do you want to use a Warlock mid? Kind of like sacrifice him? Because the Warlock's not going to win the mid lane. But he'll probably not die either, and he'll probably be able to farm, which is good. But he'll have no presence on the map until level 6. And even then, like, TPing in and just dropping Golem, you won't have, like, Fatal Bonds, because you most likely want to go for stats heal. So it's hard to see, like, how he's going to fit in, but he'll probably do it somehow, because his ultimate is, like, really, really strong. Even before, like, it was bugged, it was strong. It's just that people haven't really been bothered to get him into the game, but now when people can actually see, like, well, it's this strong right now, so people will try it out a lot more, but we'll have to see how and like how they'll play it. But Warlock, I think, will be a lot of fun to see, because that's just, you can turn a team fight around with like a Warlock Spectre ulti, and then the stupid, like, the worst thing with that is that if you get Fatal Bonds on 5 people and they split up to run out and pop a Haunt on them from Spectra, if they're too far apart, you're going to get the extra damage from the Haunt, and then it's going to go around on all the Fatal Bonds. So, because that damage goes, like, the Illusions does that damage as well. And with Diffusal, like, you can take half HP on a support by 20 minutes if you have Diffusal. Like, no problem at all. So, maybe some Spectra, maybe some Warlock, more of it, but I still think that for the coming 2 months probably we'll still see like Nyx, Gyro, Wisp, CK, all of those heroes just keep getting played more and more, or it's gonna be the same pretty much.
So the ability you're trying to think of is Desolate.
Yeah, exactly.
So did some research, but as far as Gyro goes, I take full credit for the Gyro. I said Gyro's OP in like episode 20, so
yeah. As soon as he came out, just like, nope.
Good players listened to that episode. They went to our backlog. They're like, who the fuck are these guys? Why are they talking about Dota? This one weirdo says Gyro's good. Let's pick him. Holy shit, Gyro's fucking good. And now every game, Gyro. So
that's definitely what happened.
It's probably what happened. Yeah.
And
patch.
Just some stuff with the combat logging. I'll copy paste from it. And they also added a bunch of items to the drops for after game, which I know we noticed that last night. Somebody was like, oh, are they dropping like the poly count items and stuff now? So a lot more items are up for grabs now when you level up or get a random loot drop or so. And then the bots, as always.
Bots, best part. Okay, so let's move on to CyberMatt's blog real quick. Any kind of interesting stuff on here? CyberMatt is unable to join us today to drop some knowledge. But But the big thing, first of all, on there, if you go to cyborgmatt.com, you can see it, is the change to Vengeful Spirit. Full new model change. I know for a while now it's been kind of hinted at that she was going to be changed. A lot of stuff popped up here and there. The new look's pretty cool. What do you guys think? Loud, what's your opinion on this? Do you like it? Does it look good?
I was really looking forward to seeing it in game, but it was one of those games where somebody was just dropping every time, so I never actually got to see it in game. But from here, I think it looks pretty good. I know they've made her a bit less lewd, so
That's a bummer.
Usually,
that's lame.
On the male characters, they like to expose them more. The females, they're covering them up. It's just how the art team works at Valve.
Isn't it Chris? He's the one who makes the man boobs.
I don't know. I don't remember. I know Chris does the bots.
I thought Matt said he did the man boobs too.
Oh, maybe does bots and man boobs. It's a great combination.
It's his job description. So we were looking for someone to make bots and also make better looking man boobs for half our heroes.
I'm not even gonna say what I'm thinking right now.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's probably better.
I think it's nice though with the change, because they've had that concept art or those pictures for like a few months now, and they just haven't come to actually change it. But now they finally did it, so it's nice to see, because that's one of the, like Matt said, that's one of the textures that's been needing an update for a while.
And they went through a lot of designs with her too. Like I remember she used to have the face mask on, and then they did some other stuff.
TI1 was so ugly with the staff and stuff. It's just weird. But yeah, it's nice to see though that they're upgrading the textures for some of the heroes. It's always nice to see.
We also got some animation updates for Dragon Knight, for Ricky, and for Tuskar, as well as some more cosmetic item stuff for Kunkka, which I don't know, looks cool. It looks like a pirate, still kind of doing his thing. Also updates for, or new item set for Ricky, as well as Sniper. Did you guys, any of these three sets kind of catch your eye? Oh, I guess we got TA as well. Any of those catch your eye, or just kind of more items?
TA set looks decent, I'd say. Better, like, it looks good.
I like that hair.
Can you see?
Yeah, the hair looks good.
Yeah, it does. Sniper, I don't really care. I've seen the head drop twice already.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we played one TMM game, dropped for like James or someone. Next TMM game, it dropped for Bruno. So it's like, I don't think there's the high or the lowest drop chance for that set. But yeah, I don't know. I don't play that hero too often, so don't really care. But the TA set looks good, but I probably won't get it anyways. I'll just hope that someone gives it to me or something. I don't know.
I've spent too much after the 2 CM sets coming out. Like I can't justify spending anymore. Oh, I can't do it.
It's so good. It's the best set. It's so good. I
think it's a little further down, but they added a custom leap sound for that. So instead of doing the it's more of a
yeah, that sounds great. Count me in.
Oh my god.
Then also for the guide system, that has a bunch of good updates and screenshots of that, of the updated combat log, and then also the updated guide, how the skills look, what happens when you level, things like that. I don't know, did you guys talk about the guide thing at all when you went to the patch, or is now a good opportunity to kind of throw some stuff in there?
We briefly touched on it.
Okay,
you can throw in whatever else you want.
Just a quick rundown for the guide system for anybody out there who hasn't figured it out yet. So if you go to the home screen when you log into Dota, go to the Learn tab, and then under the Learn tab, there's Heroes, Items, and I think it's called Guides or Builds or something like that. It's the next one. You click on that, and then you can create your own guides, or you can browse the, I guess, the Steam Workshop or the Steam Community Guide section and find guides for heroes. So if you wanted to create guides, you can go on there and you can create them. The interface is really, really nice. You just drag and drop the items that you want. You can go in and click abilities and what level you get the abilities. And then the thing that I couldn't figure out because I'm stupid was if you click on an ability or an item and then scroll to the bottom, there's a little, I think like a little chat box. You can type a little comment on why you're getting that item in that certain situation or that ability in that situation. And then once you're done, you can publish it, and it saves it so when you play that hero, you can load it up. You can also publish it on the Steam community as well, so other people can look at it. So like, I know I talked about in the beginning, I made a bunch, so if you want to look for my guides, you look for my Steam profile, go under guides, then you can click subscribe or like upvote. And then, you can see my Puck, my Lena, my Nature's Prophet, Moran, I think were the 4 I did. You can see those builds. And then also I wrote little text for all the items on why I like to buy a Bracer in this situation or why, things like that. And then right now how it works is the highest rated guides, once you're in-game, you can see the highest rated guides. There's a little book in the top left-hand corner next to the shared content thing, the combat log, there's like 4 or 5 buttons, whatever those are. Now the one on the very left is a book, and that's the guides thing. So you click on that, and you can see the guides. You can implement a guide when you're playing a hero, and it'll show you, what skills to level, at what level. It even does a fancy little highlight around the skill. It looks really nice. If the guide creator did a good job of putting text, you can mouse over items, and it'll tell you, buy this then, and things like that. Or like, I know when I wrote them, I tried to do little situational things of, I think for Puck, I put, build this item if this is happening, but if for some reason that it's not and no one else in your team has it, just build this. Like things like that. So you kind of give you a little bit more situational advice. And I know, like Loud said, this is really good for new players, obviously, and it's also really good for people who don't play certain heroes very much. You can, pick a new hero, play them, and actually feel confident you're building the correct items. And you might not be that great with them, but at least you're kind of on the right path. You're not just kind of like, I don't know, I like Q. They're my favorite letter, so I'm going to get Q first. And so it gives you some good advice on that. Loud or Weppas, have you guys made any guides yet?
I wanted to make one where I just put in like no proper guide, just put in like all the items in the store, but I was like, can't be honest, I'm used to using my shop like this, so I haven't really been bothered. I kind of know how I build heroes and what items I usually get on them, so don't really care about it. But I think it's really good though. It's really useful for some people. But some of the guides are fucking weird.
Oh, some of them are bad. And I saw on Reddit someone was saying there was a Han guide for the lion equivalent in Han that was all Dagons. And it was like just
did
blow
you see
people
the
up.
Guide?
I don't know what it was.
The Sven guide where it was like, if team is rushing, get courier. Otherwise, it's like boots, 2 bracers, and 4 rapiers or whatever, or like 3 rapiers. That's like the best Sven build you can get. That's like hilarious. Some of the guides, just so much shitty troll guides. But I mean,
over time,
the serious ones are really good though.
Mm-hmm.
So
the one bummer is how it works now is if you load up a guide, it shows the highest rated ones. And so when the thing first went live, I think I just got home from work and I was all giddy. And I was like, I'm gonna make a guide. So I made a Puck guide and I titled it "Finch Says Puck is a Pretty Lady." And I clicked all the items and I couldn't figure out the text. And I was like, I want to be the first one, so I hit publish. Well, it turns out that I got a whole bunch of upvotes and I had like 55 upvotes or something stupid. So I was on the the featured or like the top tier part, but there was no text. There was no it was actually like a really shitty guide because I just dragged and dropped stuff and it was kind of like, this looks all right. And the other ones actually had good text and things like that. So I went back and edited it. So if you want to play Puck, look for Finch Says Puck's a Pretty Lady, and you can upload it and play with it. But so now there's text. It actually is good, but I think it's gonna suck to where if you're gonna make a guide in like a month, no one's gonna find it. No one's gonna search your guide out. The people who made it for the first day, they won. If everyone picked a hero for the first day, they're gonna be the highest rated guide. There's no give me a random guide button or show me the least rated guide or the newest guide. It's highest rated. So the ones that came out first are going to be the highest no matter what. So you missed your chance if you want to be a guide creator. You had your chance. It's gone now. Loud, when can we expect How to Feed the Crystal Maiden guide?
How to Feed Crystal Maiden? Soon.
Is that coming soon?
Soon. I'll do it. Just for you, Finch. Just for you.
All right, thank you.
How to
give Crystal First Maiden. Blood with Crystal Maiden every single game.
Sanjin Yasha with Handamitis. Because you need your gloves. Your golden gloves.
Gotta stay warm somehow. Anyhow, good. They're good guides. It's a good system. Valve did it right. It looks really nice, and it's a really big step forward for the game. So once we get the tutorial, I think this and the tutorial are the 2 biggest things to get people in the game. and I think the community is just going to boom from here. This is what we're waiting for, and now we got it. So we keep moving forward. Back to Cybermat's site for more exciting stuff. There's a new chest on there. It's the Treasure of Crystalline Chaos, and this looks very similar to the Lotus, the Heartfelt Lotus, whatever it was. Something Lotus, I don't remember what it's called. It seems like since now there's not any big holidays coming up, rather than saving items for holiday chests, they're just kind of throwing these random chests out that you have to buy keys for, which is cool. Lau, did you buy a Lotus key at all, or are you going to buy one of these keys?
I don't think I bought any Lotus keys because I looked through the items and there just weren't any that I was super interested in. So I'll see what the when they release the drop list for this chest and see what kind of stuff there is. I still haven't even gotten one of these yet, so
I know one of my buddies. I think the Lotus chest. He bought a key and he got the Radiant HUD. So it's really
cool.
Look at him. It looks so nice. It's like a little butterfly down by the items, and it's all shiny and happy and bright and colorful. And it looks really, really good. So I'm really glad he paid the $250 and got the key for it. So
yeah, I've only seen the Dire one so far. I still haven't seen the Radiant one. So
it looks good. Maybe we'll grab him tonight. I think he'll play, and you got to use it. It looks really nice. But back on Matt's blog, we see more items and textures and little objects for the tutorial. The tutorial is still looking like it's coming along. It looks like the items are getting a little bit more detailed, or at least the things. It's a little workbench with a bunch of tools and things on it. So hopefully we get the tutorial sooner rather than later. I think once we get the tutorial, then it's free game for people wanting to play Dota. There's no need for the game to kind of I don't know, be in beta anymore, or whatever they say. It's like kind of open beta because the keys are free pretty much if you search hard enough, or go to the bot that gives them out for free, things like that. So once we get the tutorial, we get the guides, then people have no excuse to get into the game and say the game's too hard, they want to quit. So hopefully soon we'll get that. There's also some more music files and sound effects, things like that up on Matt's blog. You should listen to them there because I will not describe them. And we also see the first tidbit of Legion Commander popping up. Lau, did you ever play Legion Commander in Dota 1?
I think he was one of the ones that came out like around the time of Skywrath Mage and the newer ones after we were playing Dota 2, so no.
Wasn't it Skywrath, Timber? No. Or did Timber come out before? No, Phoenix, Skywrath, and Legion Commander came at the same time, I believe.
Was it?
Yeah, I think Phoenix was at the same time as them. It could have been Phoenix was earlier, but I don't know.
I think Phoenix was earlier because I thought
was it Ember Spirit that came?
Yeah. It was Ember Spirit, Legion, and Skywrath. I think.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So yeah, I wasn't playing at that time.
Skywrath
Mage, I was looking up because I think he's probably going to be next week, and he looks like a lot of fun to play. Like he's kind of like.
Who told you that? Are you listening to Matt? Really?
No, like I looked up his abilities, and he's got like a silence aspect, but he's also got like a good deal of burst damage too that's based on his intel. So he kind of is like a Nuki silencer, I guess. And he looks
silencer's
like
pretty freaking good. We don't need another one. One's enough, man. So he's sneaky good. People don't like him, but he's actually good.
Yeah. Yeah. Matt's prediction.
Just don't trust Matt. We had the first time we had Matt on was when I think what was the hero? Was CK was coming or like was just popping up, and then he said, I think CK's coming, but I hope not because I fucking hate CK. And then CK didn't come out for like a month after that or something.
Like another hero even came out.
Yeah, it was something completely random. Yeah, and then we had him on again. We're like, so if we're getting CK, so don't trust Matt. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Except when he's drunk. That one time when he had drank too much when he was on here, he names off like 3 heroes. Like they're just coming out. Like I don't even care how many emails I get, and then just one after the other, they just come out.
The fun thing is though, like Matt knows so much about it. Like even though you say you don't trust him, he actually probably knows like in which order they're gonna come out. Yeah. And I think Bruno knows it as well, so it's like you just want to squeeze it out of them, but you're never gonna get it. So
the reason I love Matt is because he drops little tidbits in the blog at various parts, and like little hidden messages and things like that. And you have to really search, and then when you talk to him, you're like, yeah, that's pretty fucking cool, man. You've been a little it's like leaving a little breadcrumb trail of things in Dota related. Well, he's a fun guy. And then also he has a great GIF, so you guys should go watch that, or GIF, whatever side of the aisle you land on for that. That wraps out cyborgmatt.com. You should go check that out. Also, if you go to the website, you see in the background, he has a little thing for the Beyond the Summit Kickstarter. That's still going on. If you have some money to burn and you want to support those guys, go check them out and support them. It looks like they've kind of not really plateaued, but they made a shitload of money. They reached their goal, and then they kind of haven't hit their stretch goals yet. So if you have money to burn, you want to see them hit their 50,000, their 100,000 marks, go support them. They're doing a good job. And that wraps up that kind of stuff, like the usual stuff. Do you want to throw one question in here real quick, and then do some shout-outs, and then get back to playing Monster Hunter, or what?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good. All right. So we'll take the first question here. So once again, for everybody out there listening on the podcast and things like that, if you have questions, actually, if anyone in chat has a question or a discussion topic, go ahead and say something, and we can throw it in here, and we can sneak you in. But for everybody else on the podcast, we need more questions. Right now we're down to 2 or 3. You can send those to dotainsight@gmail.com, and we can throw you into the list. We'll get to you sooner or later. We like to kind of get a stockpile. Whenever we run out, we get 5 or 10, and then we go through those, and then we ask again, and we get a whole bunch. So if you have any questions, send them there. We'll add them to the doc, and sooner or later you'll pop up. So this one comes in from Vax, and Vax says, if you guys had to choose one hero to be reworked, not just numbers, but actually spell/ability mechanics, who would it be? Loud Metal, putting you on the spot.
Putting me on the spot. See, now, like,
What is
a month or two ago, I would have said Necrolite. But after that patch, like, Necrolite is pretty good right now with his ability reworks. Like, he's not, like, great, but he's decent now. He has a place. And, like, I'm looking through, like, the list of heroes right now. Like, there's a lot of heroes that I just don't like, but they have, like, a unique mechanic to them that I wouldn't want to see out of the game. Mm-hmm. Like Bloodseeker, for example. Like, Bloodseeker, we talked about him earlier. Like, he's not really the greatest hero. He doesn't really have a certain place that he's going to fit in. But he has this cool mechanic where he ruptures somebody, and then the distance that they move, they're going to take damage based on that. So you have to kind of make that decision of how far can I run? Do I need to just stop here and hold position and try to take somebody down with me? And then he's also got the cool aspect of being able to chase people down that are low health, and the silence, that it's a trade-off where it gives them more damage, but it silences them, or you can silence yourself or one of your teammates. So I don't know. Like, this is hard because there's heroes that I personally don't like, or heroes that I think don't really fit in anywhere, but they have these cool mechanics that kind of define them, so I wouldn't want to see them change. Like, Huskar's another one. Like, Huskar, I don't really like Huskar as a hero, but, I mean, no other hero in Dota has that mechanic of the lower their health, the faster their attack speed, and so, like, that's cool. And I don't know. I really don't know. I think maybe if any heroes need a big rework right now, I think Lycan kind of needs a rework, because he went from being this powerhouse that just tears through jungle and then eats Roshan and side lane pushes the hell out of the map, to like this kind of weak jungler that needs to do a ton of pulls and such to get really well into his jungle phase and then get Vlad. Like, he just kind of got cut off at the knees, I feel, at this patch, and like he hasn't really found a spot in the game yet, at least in my opinion. So I don't know. I like all the heroes in Dota. I think we just need to make new heroes instead of messing with what's already, like, completely reworking heroes that are already in the game.
Yeah. Weppas, do you have any heroes you'd like to see reworked or changed at all?
Well, I want to say one thing first, though. And now I just completely blanked on what I was gonna say.
It was that important?
I knew exactly what I was gonna say, and then I just, like, completely blanked. What the fuck?
Right. Why
But
don't you
okay,
take
I
it
got
up?
2 heroes though
Okay.
that I would say not reworked completely, but I would like changed a tiny bit, and that's Zeus and Treant. Like something changed with him. Like
Mhm.
Treant has been changed a bit, but I still think that like maybe just like remove the invis and give him something else that could help him out. Like
Mhm.
just change him a tiny bit, and he could probably be a lot more fun to play because it's hard to like know how you're gonna play him pretty much. And yeah, Zeus, I'd like to change a bit. I'd like to change his arc lightning, like give him faster attack speed or like a better attack animation, like a tiny bit more range, like 20, 30 more range or something, so he can last hit a bit better. And then just give him another spell instead of arc lightning, like another like not, doesn't have to be nuke per se, but like just something else that can help him and that can scale with his passive as well. But I don't know, it's hard to like change because most of the heroes they have their roles, and the reason why they're not getting picked is because of the meta game. Oh, and that's what exactly what I was gonna say. I was gonna talk about Lycan
Okay.
because like even though they nerfed his jungle quite hard,
Mhm.
he's not a bad laner, and you could actually use him as a lane. The problem is he is like he's a good pusher, but he still takes some farm to take effect compared to like heroes like Luna and Gyro and whatever, where it's like level 5 and up you just kill everything, level 7 and up just kill everything, you 5-man.
Mhm.
But and Lycan can't really do that because Lycan is a pure split pusher. And what was like during TI and stuff why it was so strong was because people used Morphling and they tried to farm him up and then team fight, and then like not enough mobility. I mean, Morphling got great mobility, but still, like you had a Lycan that was just split pushing like constantly.
Mhm.
So I think it's just a metagame switch, and people haven't really been bothered learning how to play the new Lycan properly, where it's like the mana cost is higher, but they still got more armor, so you can actually harass more if you want to go lane. I mean, you can pretty much use him as a lone druid, where you just sit in lane and farm. If you have good enough micro, you're gonna be able to zone someone out with your wolves because they're strong enough. If you just have some good micro and like micro the weak one out and whatever. So I think he should be able to see some play if people actually want to use him, but he's I don't know. People probably don't see him fit the meta game right now. But yeah, 2 heroes I'd say might need just small tweaks, or like maybe one spell rework would be Tree and Protector and Zeus, because I kind of want to see those heroes. Because Zeus ultimate is just the fear of the ultimate is just great to have. I love that feeling where it's like you're overfed on Zeus. You have agonies for like 20 minutes. And you can pretty much drop like your nuke and your ult, and you kill a support because they have 700 HP, and you do like 1,000 damage with your ulti because you're level 11 or something. Or like you with your nukes in total, it's like 1,000 damage. So Zeus is really fun, but he's hard because you gotta farm with Arc Lightning unless you're really, really good at last hitting, unless you go up against a melee mid. But if you go up against a melee mid, they can run up and just hit you, so you can't stay in lane.
Yeah.
So he's really dependent on Arc Lightning. So I think that if you could rework him, like give him a bit better attack animation, as well as maybe just a tiny bit more range, doesn't have to be a lot, just like make him being able to stand on high ground, like massive middle of the lane, instead of having to walk down into the river. That could change show, so you might see some play because he's a great nuker, and that's quite good to have if you go for the 5-man Dota, where it's like you hit level 7, you can pretty much burst the support yourself, and then suddenly it's a 5v4 and you're pushing a tower. So I don't know, it's hard though to know exactly, because that's why we don't see changes so much, because it takes so much thought to really figure out like how you're gonna change a hero.
Is Trap Protector kind of the bunker of Dota 2 or what?
Huh?
The bunker in StarCraft, every patch for a while there,
yeah.
it's like added 2 seconds, minus 2 seconds, add a little bit of armor. Like it was every patch they changed. I feel like Trap Protector's been getting love every patch for like 6 months.
Yeah.
I can't quite find that sweet spot. He's
Yeah,
a
like
cool
they removed
hero.
it down with the ulti, but yeah, I don't know.
All over the place. I would like to see him reworked. As far as for me, I was going to say Viper, just because Viper's kind of a guilty pleasure of mine. I like him, but he's kind of fucking boring. Like he has a slow, and then he has a better slow, and then he has some passives. And I don't know what he could do with them, or even if he needs to be reworked, because I do like playing him, and he does feel strong. But as far as kind of a flashy, exciting to watch hero, it's just kind of like, well, do I want to slow you? Do I want to really slow you? Or do you want to attack me? And that's kind of about it. I think it would be kind of cooler to give him maybe some other type of ability that would give him a little bit more of a place in a way, and add a little bit more flavor to him as a hero, just because I think he is kind of cool, and he's kind of cool looking. So, anything else? Anybody want to take any more questions, or do we want to wrap it, call it a night? Or I guess for me, call it an afternoon, and so I can play some Dota.
I think, do we have anything in chat?
I don't know, man. We just got pups spamming stuff.
I know. Yeah.
This is Finch vs. Snoopy 2012, but 2000 is too bad it's 2013. Sorry. Sorry, man. You missed your opportunity with the 2012 shenanigans. I guess real quick, then we'll just, if we get a question, we'll throw it in. If not, we'll just do shout outs. We'll wrap it. We'll call it a day. Like for me, real fast, shout out wise, I actually got around to making a Team Liquid post. And so if you have a Team Liquid account, you can go on there under the Dota 2, I guess the Dota 2 forum, under General. I just made a little post on Dota Insight. I'm going to try to update each episode once we finish the episode. I'll throw up the link to the YouTube as well as the MP3. And then so if you want to go on there, you can get a hold of me that way, or we can get some discussion, and if anything, just get more visibility. I know this past week, I wish I would have wrote the name down. Let me get it. Let me just do this right here. Best kind of podcasts, live to hard drive from Jorb. He said that he wanted to know where the Dota Insight marketing team was. I think he said that to you loud as well. Mm-hmm. And so once he said that, I was like, yeah, I guess we have to make kind of an effort, because we've been doing this for a year now. So I'm going to try to do a better job of putting stuff out there. So Team Liquid was just the first place for me to put that up. I know maybe Join Dota or all those kind of sites we can throw stuff up. But a lot of the time people message me and say, hey man, I like your guys' podcast. You seem like a lot of fun. How come you're starting on episode 50? It's like, we've been doing this shit for a year now. Like, go on iTunes or like Zune Marketplace. You can find all the past episodes. Like, just because we've only done the past month on YouTube doesn't mean we didn't start the show and be like, what number do we like? 48. Let's start on 48. Episode 48 is our first show.
When you open a checking account and they start you on check 1000, so that it looks like you've had it for a while. That's what we did. We made it look like we were established.
It just made us look better. So I'm going to try to do a better job of doing that. And I know I said that, and then today I was like, I'm going to put a Reddit post up, like last night or today. I put it up 15 minutes before we went live. So I'm not doing a very good job, and I'm very sorry, and I'll try to do it. Because we do want to try to, like promote the show a bit and talk more about stuff. I don't know. I feel like we kind of just started from the ground up, like grassroots, kind of, we don't give a shit. We're just going to do what we want. And then now I always see people talk about like, man, I wish there was a better show than Talk Dota. I'm like, God damn it. We've been doing a show for a year. Go watch our show. So I'm going to try to do better. So if you see my post on those sites, give us a upvote or like a reply, or I don't know, whatever you got to do on the sites to help us get a little bit visibility and kind of spread the word. That was that. Did we get any questions? No, I think.
No, I don't think
call
so.
It a day. All right, cool. So we'll call it a day. Weppas, you want to go first? Do you have any kind of shout-outs or shenanigans you want to talk about before we call it quits?
No, I guess shout out to everybody at the studio, and watch the good show Tuesdays. It's always nice. We cover pretty much esports news overall. There's always some nice drama sections, which is usually quite fun to listen into.
That's part.
So I'd suggest that. It's a lot of fun just watching those shows. We're gonna have the King of the Hill tournament next week. I don't know what day. I think Thursday again, or it might be tomorrow. Actually, I don't know really. But we got a more King of the Hill, Heart of the Swarm. And then we got Beat the Studio on Thursday, which I do not know what game we're going to play, but It's gonna be some game, and then Full of Steam as well, where we test some games on Steam, which on Wednesday will be quite fun, I believe. So I guess that's pretty much it. But I'll probably stream some during the week, probably some tomorrow as well. Gonna play some team matchmaking as well, some pubs with Sing and Waga and people like that. I've been playing some pubs with the LGD guys quite a bit. They're not going back until the 26th, so I got 2 more days to play pubs with them. So I've been playing some with PyCap, Misery, 1437, and so, which is quite fun. It's fun to tune into because they kind of play serious, but it's still trolling around quite a bit. But they're really skilled players, so it's fun to watch and just like overall play with them. It's really nice.
Yeah, your stream's very, very entertaining. I always try to tune in when I can. You're always streaming when I wake up, so I wake up by 7, and I can tune in to watch for an hour.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely check that out. Why don't you show off that super awesome hoodie you got there? So if you guys want to order good studio hoodies,
you can order.
Those are very sexy.
Cupa.com. What is it? /products /the good studio or something, I believe. But it's under products there. You can find all the merchandise we have. We have the mouse pads as well. I can actually show it.
Are the yellow ones up yet? Because I was holding out for a yellow one.
The yellow hoodie, or?
Yeah, the yellow hoodie.
So that's the mouse pad. The yellow hoodie isn't up yet, but it will come up soon, I believe. Soonish. Should be up. I guess they're just like getting it out, but it should be up quite soon.
Now, are you guys gonna get Good Studio branded magnets next?
I hope it. I mean,
yeah. All the cool stuff you do.
If people want to donate some NeoCubes to us, like that would be. We would love that. I mean, that's pretty much what we do these days. It's not like we sit down and talk like during drafts and stuff. I'm like picking some heroes, playing with NeoCubes and whatever. So
Dota and magnets.
They're amazing. Like Bruno brought this on us. Freaking magnets. Brings 1,000 magnets to us. We're like, magnets. Yeah, but they're amazing. Buy NeoCubes if you want. They're great.
That's awesome. How's it been having Bruno there? Has he been a good addition?
Yeah, it's been really good. We got some really cool plans for the future, so tune in for the future. You can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/Weppas_, as well as the studio, which is twitter.com/The Good Studio. So follow those accounts and you'll see what's going to happen in the future. But we got some really cool plans coming up. Can't really say too much about it, but it's going to be some awesome stuff.
Good, very good. You guys are putting out the best content out of anybody out there. So if it gets better, then it's good for us all.
Yeah.
And then I guess the one other thing I'd add to that is you guys finally put up an RSS feed for the MP3s of the shows, for the good show and things like that. So I know a lot of people kind of commiserate with me that that's your radio content when you're driving to work. You're doing that hour plus commute every day, and so if you are unable to watch the YouTube VODs or able to or the Twitch VODs, things like that, or watch it live, that content is still there on if you have like a RSS reader or if you're using an app like Podcaster, iCatcher, or anything like that on your phone, you can get it downloaded on there automatically and listen to our show first and listen to their show afterwards. Because that way, if you listen to them first and listen to us afterwards, you're like, fuck, these guys suck balls. You listen to us first and listen to them, you're like, wow, yeah, it's getting better. So it's like that idea of when you're a kid, you don't want to. If you go first in the presentation, they think you're okay. Where if you go last, they're like, wow, that was the worst presentation out of everybody, and he went last. So you always want to go first because it makes you look better. Loud Metal, do you have any shout-outs?
I was just gonna say, like, we can be the opening band for the.
We could be the opening band. I'd be down for that. The opening band gets free beer usually, so nothing wrong with that.
So, I something's going on with my voice. So I'm gonna make this fast. I'm at Loud Metal Gaming on Twitter.
I think it has to do with that Everclear you had last night. I'm no expert though, but
that didn't happen. So Loud Metal Gaming on Twitter, DotaInsight.com. If you're not in the Steam group, go ahead and join the Dota Insight Steam group and join the Dota Insight chat channel in game. And I think that is everything. So, yeah. Finch, go ahead.
That's it. That's all.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. Then I guess I'll go. So Team Liquid, check that out. Under the Dota 2. I guess the Dota 2 general forum, you can kind of add a little tidbits on there. Once again, I'll update that each week. I'll put a link to the YouTube VOD, and I will put a link to the, I don't know, just all the shit if you want to go on there and look at it. Right now, we're also getting our website redone. So shout out to Jassy. Thank you very much for taking the time to help us out. If you guys are watching live or on YouTube, you can see our new logo, and the new layout actually looks very nice, better than the shit we had before. So he's doing a fantastic job. Hopefully we'll have the website updated and looking pretty here in the next week or two. Thank you to everybody that's kind of supported us and given us well wishes up to now. We're gonna, keep plugging along, doing things. We're on year 2 now, so year 2's, I don't know, supposed to be better than the first year. So we'll see if that happens. You can follow me on Twitter at IndieFinch, IndieFinch, as well as I'll stream on twitch.tv/IndieFinch. I tried to stream a few days this week, and for some reason it started lagging. So I need to call Verizon and find out why it's lagging. I'm only paying $130 a month. They're fucking shit internet. So find out why that it's sucking, and to see if I can get some things switched around. They'll probably tell me, you have too many devices in your house. You need to pay us more. And just hate those guys. So hopefully if I get that fixed, I'll flip the stream on again. We'll throw this up on YouTube. We'll throw this up on iTunes. Okay, so we got a contest too. I should have announced this earlier because I know most people listen to the beginning of the show, not the second half of the show. So we do have a contest going for actually a really a good thing. So Cyber Matt brought it up last week that he was doing a thing with the goods over at Absolute Legends, and his YouTube series called Dota 101. He's doing a really good series where he's taking general topics in Dota and kind of doing a training session around them. So he has a really good video up on things like drafting or soloing a lane and things like that. Really good content and very insightful, and it's really, really good to check out if you're new to Dota. We were actually speaking with him, and we have a great opportunity for one of our community members is, I believe it will be in the coming weeks. I don't have an exact date just yet. But what we're going to do is he's going to throw together an episode on a specific topic for something in Dota, something along the lines, like a various specific skill or, in a lane or supporting, things like that. He'll figure out the topic. But what he's going to do is you're going to get a coaching session with a professional player. The player is unspecified right now. He's going to work out the details, things like that. So what we need to do is we need to get one person from our community that could represent Dota Insight. And we'll be going on there. You'll receive a free, you don't have to pay anything, coaching session with a professional player. So if you're looking to, step your game up and also be on, a good YouTube show, this is a really, really good opportunity. I know a lot of coaching sessions will cost anywhere from $40 to, if you're going to get coaching from Idra, it's like $350 or something stupid. So the coaching session will really help you out and also represent our community. So we're looking for someone to that's interested to do this. We're going to run a little contest, and we're going to try to make it as simple and easy as possible. All we ask for you to do is follow us on Twitter on Dota Insight, Loudmill Gaming, or IndieFinch. Those are our 3 Twitters. Any one of those will find you. Just follow us, send us a message so we can write your name down. You can say anything of, you're really ugly, or I don't know, I want to join the contest, or fuck you guys, whatever you want. We'll still write your name down.
Jeez, 3 negative things, God.
3 negative things, that's fine, whatever works, as long as it's something. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a tally of the people from the Dota Insight, IndieFinch, and Loudmill Gaming Twitters. We're going to write your names down. We're going to do a random.org. We're going to do a draw. The winner that we get will contact you. We'll contact you through Twitter, or we'll contact you through Steam, one or the other, and we'll work out the details on when and where you need to be to hook up with him. But if you want to check his YouTube series out, you really should. It's I believe it's on the Absolute Legends. I think it's Absolute Legends TV, I think it is. If you just go on YouTube and search for Absolute Legends, you'll see Dota 101. And it's a really, really good opportunity, and thank you to him for giving us the opportunity to grab a community member to go on his show and, getting coached by a professional player. I mean, that's not too shabby. So those are the ways you enter. We're going to be running this for at least the next 7 days, so the podcast people aren't going to be shit out of luck, and it's not going to be just, for the live people. So, do that. Let us know, and we'll write your name down, and then we'll get back to you sooner or later. I think that's all we got for the week, other than, kind of light on news. Do you guys have anything else before we wrap it up?
I think we're good.
All right. Well, Weppas, thanks for coming on, man. It was great having you here.
No problem.
You're there's open invitation if you ever want to come on. If you're at home, just chilling, just come on.
Yeah, for sure.
You
Right.
and Matt, you guys are free to come on anytime. We're flexible. So thank you for coming on. You provide great insight, and it's fun having you here. Hopefully, Sky Thor will be back from his excursion next week. If he isn't, then he'll be back the week after that. If he isn't, then he'll come back. He'll be back sooner or later. He's he just has some stuff he has to take care of, and he's you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, that's it, right? We're good.
I'm good. We're good.
Good. All right, thanks guys for listening. Reach us dotainsight@gmail.com, and take it easy. See you next week. Signing off.